What's up, guys? Let everybody roll on in, listen to some good Jim Rohn as we are getting ready to rock. Looks like we got some good information today. I'm excited about it. Everybody come on in. You gotta share this. You gotta share it. You gotta tag your teams in it. This is where it happens. This is where the information takes root. Right here, Wednesday night at 8 p.m., man. This is it. I am lit right now. I'm ecstatic. All right. I'm going to give you guys 20 more seconds. I'm going to give you 20 more seconds. I want you to look at this and formulate some sort of idea as to what I'm going to talk about today. All right, this is dedicated to a very special individual, my friend, Captain Joe, okay? And he came to me and he told me, hey, Mike, look, I want to fix this. I want to get everything down. I want to live a perfect life. I want to be a champion. And I said, you know what? This Wednesday, I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live for everyone that I know. And I'm going to dedicate it specifically to you so that you can grow, so that you can move, so that you can build a life, okay? Cool? Captain Joe's about to be a champion. I want you guys to hold that guy accountable to this because you guys better get your notes ready. This is going to be legit. Look at these drawings. This is incredible. This is incredible. Share it, everybody. All right, ready? Ready? Boom. What's up, guys? Michael Ballard here, coming at you with some quick concepts to open up your life for success. So, we've had some incredible Facebook Lives. The first 4 were absolutely fantastic. We've gotten over 1,000 views, over 100 interactions on every single one. And it's been getting better every single week. You guys have been sharing it. You've been getting the movement out. You've been making the movement move. We've been soldiers of success. We got gold running through our veins, and guess what? The world is changing. People are starting to know. Get ecstatic about that, guys. Seriously, let's start pushing this the right way. All right, so first 4, we went through information, okay? What I wanted to do was I wanted to create a desire in you on the first one, and we did that. Bam, desire is created, okay? So now you want more. You see more in your life. Number 2, let's stockpile information. Let's help you understand exactly what it is you need to achieve the goals that you need to achieve. Just on level 1. Guys, we're looking at the mountain right now. The mountain is right here. We are staying at the mountain of our achievements, and we're just getting ready. We're gearing up to head for the climb, okay? This is the foundation. We're setting a firm foundation. Now, we've got all the information. We went through being a soldier of success, waking up every day with this like lust to get it done, okay? We went through building habits. We went through how 21 days myonates a thought pattern and neural waves in your brain to make you get done exactly what you need to get done. We went through the importance of books. We went through belief, desire, and focus. And these are huge concepts to build your success on. Now what we're going to be talking about is the mechanics, okay? Now, most of the time in entrepreneurship, and this is kind of cool, you're going to get a little entrepreneurship thing there. Cool, got that from the Tony Robbins event. Met Tony, shook his hand, it was amazing. Here we go. So, in entrepreneurship, most of the time, what it is you got a good amount of preparation and a good amount of action. Those are like the 2 things that you're gonna fumble with back and forth, okay? And the better you prepare, the better the action is. Organized action is power. Makes sense? Okay, everyone cool with this, right? But now we need the mechanics. All right, so now we have all this information and it's built up and we've got this huge database, but what do we do with all the data? Okay, our brains are literally quantum computers and you've got this amazing database of all this information that we talked about. If you've watched my Facebook Lives, you know the stuff already necessary to achieve your goals at the starting level. And now I'm going to show you exactly how to put that information into play. This is not, and I say this all the time and people love it and I love it because this is not by chance. This is not a maybe. This is a guarantee. These are laws. This is how things work. That's it, plain and simple. And I went from nothing to a lot with just this. This is the interface, okay? Now, let's talk about an interface. What an interface basically is, and it's a word that I use a lot, it's like an operating system for your mind, okay? You have beliefs right now, you have ideas of who you are, what you can do, what you're capable of, what your skills are, all of these things. You think this right now, okay? Let's start. Okay, put in your head, what do you think a strength of yours is? Okay, what about a weakness? How about your best friend? Okay, so they're all there. That's all there. It's all in your head already, okay? So now let's bring it over to here. We have a biocomputer. What is that? What's a biocomputer? We have a brain, okay? It's pretty good drawing of a brain. Doesn't have as many wrinkles as it should, but it's fine. That's a good drawing of a brain. So we have a biocomputer in our brain, and what a biocomputer does is it analyzes the data of all of our surroundings, of all of the experiences we've ever had in life, and puts them into practice, and it dictates our next action, okay? Makes sense? All right, so we see this is negative stimuli. All right, this is fire. All right, this is fire, and this is a bear. All right, just in case you couldn't get it by the drawing, that's fire and a bear. Okay, those are negative stimuli. If you touch something that's really hot, what happens? Boom, you pull your hand away, it's really hot. Like, wash off my hand. I mean, this is a problem. My hand is burning, okay, right? Now, that's the same thing. Now we got a bear, all right? Negative stimuli. You see a bear, what happens? Your muscles contract. Your brain actually does this. It shoots adrenaline throughout your entire body and gets you to start running. And you get ferocious. You get like, you gotta get out of here. You run faster than you've ever ran in your entire life. You see a bear coming at you, I guarantee it, right? So, what has happened over this negative stimuli course of our life? Every time we touched something that was super hot, we pulled it away and we didn't touch it again, right? We're creating a belief system. We're creating understanding in our minds about what we need to be doing on a day-to-day basis based on our past experiences. The best dictate of the future is the past. If we watch the past, we can see how the future is going to go. Does that start to make sense to you guys? So if we keep touching fire, we don't touch fire. If we see a bear and the bear is super friendly, and I've been petting bears my whole life, let's say that. Let's say my house is riddled with bears. Let's say there's bears everywhere. My mom raises bears. I pet bears. I love bears, okay? And then I see one in the wild. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to be like, hey, bear! Like, what's up, bear? You know what I'm saying? But if you only saw ferocious bears in your life, what are you going to think? You're going to think that bear is about to eat me. You see dogs, right? Everybody see dogs? Let's talk about dogs real quick. Dogs are great. You probably have a dog. You pet it. But if you saw it in the wilderness, it changes the game, doesn't it? You'd be like, all right, now that's a lofty dog, right? It's just about how your brain is programmed, okay? And it's all programmed based on past experiences. So if we know that, here's the key nugget here. If we know that our brain is programmed on past experiences, what would we do other than reprogram our brains, okay? So we have this biocomputer. It's called mental steering, what we're about to do, okay? It's going to get kind of heavy here, all right? Captain, you got to be following me on this, all right? So mental steering is what we're about to do. We're about to take ourselves from the direction we were going and create a brand new myelinated path and direction there, all right? What I wanted to do here will show you that negative stimuli operates in our mind, and it changes how we think. It changes how we act in every situation. So this is a factory. This is the thought factory. There's a factory in your brain that produces 80,000 approximate thoughts a day, 75 to 80,000. Cool? Everyone follow that? Think about how many thoughts you're thinking of right now. How about this? Every time I say a word, it's basically just a symbol. It really does mean nothing. But you're thinking of a word every time I say it. You know a meaning every time I say a word. Does that make sense? And that's your thoughts. Each one of those is a thought. So 80,000 a day. We're having 80,000 a day. And the problem is with people who understand that thoughts are things and they actually do change and shape our life and they actually do program our brain, what they try to do is they try to control each and every individual thought of the 80,000. Does that make sense? Every time a new thought gets produced from the factory, they're like, oh my God, what thought is that? What thought is this? And they're trying to manage the thoughts. And what you need to do is you need to change what the factory is producing. Does that make sense? Okay? So a bunch of items are going to come out of your factory regardless. You're going to have 80,000 thoughts a day no matter what you do. Okay? Cool? But what we can do is we can get in and change the thoughts that are getting produced. We can change the materials the thoughts are getting made with. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So, here's this. This is kind of like an atom. It's kind of like an atom. This is going to get a little scientific for you guys, okay? But science literally plays a part in success, okay? Understanding the human condition plays a part in success. People get so into success and it's like this business thing where they just talk about business. Money, stats, how the money goes up, marketing, operations, PR. And what I've done is I've focused on people more than anything else because every time I'm in business, I'm dealing with people. I have to understand the human condition, okay? So now let's talk about this. This is an atom. An atom builds up everything that we are, okay? Right? We've got all these things and they're pulled together to make us, even my pants, my shoes, my everything is an atom. We're in atoms, okay? We're just a bunch of creation pulled together. Does that make sense? And we ran tests. This is crazy, guys. Listen to this, okay? What it's supposed to do is it's supposed to enliven your limitless possibility of what is attainable in life, okay? When the more you learn, you keep going down this way, and the philosophers of old did this exact thing, where they kept learning. They kept learning and learning and learning. And they were like, every time I learn something new, I realize how little I know, and two, how little vast knowledge humans know as a whole, right? And then it opens up this like wonderful world of possibilities where it's like anything, I can do anything, I can think and be and create and feel anything because I'm living the human experience right now, okay? So now we're talking about human condition. We're made up of a bunch of atoms. They ran an experiment that shot atoms through a 2 slits, okay? And you can look this up on Google, check this out, okay? Because they have documentaries that go through the entire thing. But they shot atoms through 2 slits. And that when the atoms were shot through the 2 slits and they were not observed, they became wave functions, right? What that means is they shot in a list of potentialities. All right, what is a potentiality? Potentiality means that it could possibly happen. Does that make sense? But when it was observed, when it was watched, okay, by a living thing, it created something. It became something. It formed together. Does that make sense? And that's why humans love to be observed. That's why it's one of the biggest things. We love being observed. It defines our existence. Literally, our observation defines our existence. So if you're talking to people and you know what kind of person that they are, I want you to start observing them for that kind of person that they're trying to be. Does that make sense? When you're with your friends, when you're with your interface, when you're with your team, look at what they're trying to be like. Because they are trying to be like something. Regardless of whether they know it or it's subconscious, they're trying to be like something. And I want you to start observing what it is they're trying to be and then vocalize that. And it'll show them that you've given them attention. Does that make sense? That's going to make them like you, all right? That's going to make them feel good about you being around, and also it's going to reciprocate it back. It only creates good things. So let's go back to this. Now, we have mental steering, we have a biocomputer, we have a thought factory, we've seen negative stimuli, we've seen how the brain interacts and it causes problems or gains in our life. Either way, we have a brain. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna disdain the brain and hate it and be like, I hate you, brain, for producing 80,000 thoughts and getting me so anxious and tense all the time. No, what you're gonna do is you're gonna say, I'm gonna try to work the brain the best way I possibly can. Does that make sense? You got a brain, you got it. So let's use it, let's learn it, let's understand it. You are not a biocomputer, but you do have one. You have quantum computing for free. Quantum computing for free, okay? So now, my question to you is, what's your operating system? All right, what's your operating system? How do you work on a day-to-day basis? What is your daily habits? What are the modules in your life, okay? I call habits modules. Why? Because I look at my brain like a computer. And then I have these big dreams, these big goals, these big things I want to learn, okay? In entrepreneurship, what's valuable? Sales, communication, leadership, initiative, action, desire, belief, focus, the law of attraction, right? All of these things play a part in entrepreneurship, and they're each very individual skills. And your brain, okay, Captain, you're listening, follow with me, buddy. All right, your brain is wired for a certain individual skill, and I know the skill that your brain is wired for, actually. But a lot of you guys think about the brain or your brain and what it's wired for. Okay, write down what it's wired for. Okay, what is my brain good at? See, my thing was speaking. Okay, so that was my big nodal point. Okay, speaking, that's what it's called, a nodal point. That was the thing that I was good at. All right, so I went to that and I would make modules to make my speaking better. Why? Why would you make your speaking better if you're already good at speaking? When you work on your weaknesses, yes, you would work on your weaknesses. But what I'm saying is that you want to master something first. Why? Because what was The Rock known for when he was wrestling? He was a wrestler. He was he was a master wrestler. And now some people think he's a master actor, okay? He won Sexiest Man in GQ, I'm pretty sure, like last month. I mean, the guy's a master of a lot of things now, okay? But what I'm saying is he mastered one thing. Was Michael Jordan really good at Sudoku? No, he was good at basketball. He was good at basketball. He was a master at basketball. He just did basketball. So what I'm saying is you want to become a master of one thing. You could be famous. You could be, I'm talking a legend in the industry by just mastering one of those concepts I talked about in success. Just one simple concept, okay? So pick the one your brain is wired for, all right? And write that down, okay? If you're taking notes right now, write down what your brain is wired for. What we're going to do is we're going to put modules or programs in your brain. So you know how like when you have a computer, you run programs on it to make it do other things, right? Microsoft Word is a program. Microsoft Excel is a program. Make sense? Okay? GarageBand is a program. Cool? What we're going to do is we're going to apply programs to your brain. Okay? So we're going to make the programs work with your best derivative, your best nodal point. Okay? Cool? So, it says ValidCorp on the computer. You know, people are looking it up now. It's crazy. All right. So, what's your operating system? Programming works. Programming works. Now, we know that in 21 days of doing anything, we automatically make it a habit. We make this. Hold on now. Let me grab the marker real quick. All right, this is important. All right, so we know 21 days, we master anything. 21 days, it's a habit, okay? Cool? So let's do this. Let's write a circle. I'm going to do circle, and we'll do a circle, okay? And let's say speaking is your best thing, like me. This is for example, okay? This is me, speaking, okay? This is my best thing. Now, how could I get better at speaking? That's the next question you got to ask yourself under this circle. I want you to draw all three of these. Write your skills out in these 3. Write your main skill here, okay? Write down 2 things that you would be good at that would help you get better at speaking. Make sense? Okay? Write 2 things. Maybe join a speaking club, okay? That's like a once a week thing. Don't worry about my handwriting. That's like a once a week thing, okay? Where you're gonna go in, you're gonna speak, you're gonna feel good, and you're gonna practice, cool? Next is listen to the best, okay? Listen to the best. So what I used to do was, I used to listen to the world championship speakers and how they spoke, whether it was from the chest, straight to you, or whether they spoke from the stomach to get a point across, or whether they spoke from the nose to really drive it in there. You see what I'm saying? So I used to watch how they speak, and it became automatic to me to speak better because I spent 21 days getting habitual about it. So 21 days of doing these 2 things now, okay? So now, let's say speaking's one of your things. You want weight loss, okay? Let's say that. And you want relationships, all right? Those are your most important things in life, okay? Most important things in life is your weight loss, your speaking ability, and your relationships. Your speaking ability increases, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna build your business. Your business is gonna grow when your speaking gets better. Guess what's gonna happen when you build your relationships? Your business is gonna get built. Your life is gonna get built. Guess what happens when you lose the weight and you start feeling more confident? Every single time that you talk to somebody, that confidence is gonna show through, whether you know it or not. That's just how it works. So let's do this, all right? So now let's write 1 module down for weight, okay? 15-minute walks a day, all right? 15-minute walk every day, all right? Cool, cool. We following this so far? All right, now, if we're listening to the best, what can we do? How can we pair up these 2 to make them more effective so they don't take up too much time in your day? Because I know everybody's busy and they got to run around and they're freaking out because their desk is so cluttered and they've got 100 emails and 40 notifications and somebody's calling the phone and you got to make dinner tonight and you got to go to the bathroom. I understand. But what I'm saying is that if we order your life like this, there's absolutely no way that you can fail. 1, number 2, it's the only things that you care about. That's why you wrote them down like this. Does that make sense? Ooh, that hit. This is the only things that you care about. That's why you wrote them down like this. These are the most important things to you. This is your happiness right here. If you fill in these 3 blocks and you build modules to make sure that they're better, it's a guarantee. You don't have to worry anymore. You won't have to be like, am I growing? Am I getting better? Am I progressing? It won't be that way because you're gonna sit down in a sober mind one time and write down exactly what you need to do to achieve these 3 things, okay? For a relationship. All right, for a relationship, we're gonna get back into how to put them in together at one thing in a second. For a relationship, what do we have to do? We have to talk to our mom, okay? Talk to mom, all right? Talk to friends, talk to, right? Talk to your mentors, talk to your upline, talk to whoever it is. You wanna build a relationship with them? Talk to them every single day. How about this? Staying conscious of compliments. Conscious of compliments. That's bad. All right, jeez. All right, conscious of compliments. Okay? Know how to make people feel good. What do we talk about over here? You gotta observe them for what they want to be observed for. Doesn't that make sense? Right? If you're trying to be buff and you're trying to like get big and like grind it out, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be like wearing tight shirts like I am right now and try to like show people that you've lost weight. You feel good, right? Okay, so what if someone came up to you and was like, hey, man, you are looking ripped. You'd be like, yeah, that's awesome. Thanks. Or if you're really trying to get good at communication, what? If someone comes up to you, hey, man, you are one of the best speakers I've ever seen in my life. How's that gonna make you feel? Seriously. Ask yourself that question. It's gonna make you feel amazing, so start doing it to other people. Duh! If you make other people feel amazing, they're gonna make you feel amazing. It's a reciprocated thing. And a lot of times what happens is when we hit this rock bottom point where we're like trying to figure it out, and we haven't like gotten a system, an operating system in order yet, what happens is that we get kind of discouraged and we don't do much at all, okay? And we get lost in translation from like in between every single event. There's like this buffering time where it's like, in between every event, you're kind of getting distracted, you're kind of looking at your phone, you're kind of hungry, and you're losing your life. You're losing your life by doing that. By losing all of this time. I'm telling you to get your life in order. Nature works in order, okay? It's the cycle of life. You've heard the Lion King song, you know? It's the circle of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to do like the whole thing, but like one day, maybe. What I'm saying is that everything works in order, and we've got to work in order in accordance with that to be successful. Nature's successful. Right? Nature's been running for quite a long time. Trees still grow. No one has to tell them to grow. No one wakes up to the tree and is like, yo, tree, get with it, bro. It's not going to be like that. The tree's going to grow regardless. And why? Because it operates based off a system. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a system that works for you. Okay, so now you've got 3 things that are super important to you. We got to talk to our friends. We got to be conscious of our compliments. We got to do a 15-minute walk. All right, let's see. What else can we do that would help us in our relationships? All right, maybe a meditation. Maybe a 5-minute meditation every single day. Okay. You know what? I don't have time in the morning. Time is too much in the morning. You know, I can't really focus. All right. How about this? How about 68 seconds? You have 68 seconds? You might have 68 seconds. I want you to set an intention. Okay. Set an intention in 68 seconds. When you first wake up, you're in bed, you're in between waking and sleep. Everything is warm and cozy. You are feeling unbelievable. And I want you to close your eyes and be like, today, I am going to have the best day of my life. Today is going to be awesome. Today, I'm going to achieve everything I'm trying to achieve. Today is going to be a great day. See what I'm saying? Wow, how much better. You've set yourself now on a pattern, on a rhythm, and you've told the factory what to produce. Does that make sense? 68 seconds in the morning like that. Talk to friends, be conscious of compliments, 15-minute walks every single day. Pretty easy. Pretty easy to do, okay? Well, if I do these walks, I won't have time to listen. Okay, get earphones, get it on your phone, and listen to it on your walks, okay? Then, after your walk is done, why don't you sit down at a bench, okay? Sit down on a bench and read a book. Whoa, reading? Did that come back up again? Read a book. Read a book on the concept that you're trying to learn from. Okay? So let's say you don't like reading. You hate reading. How about 5 pages a day? Okay? 5 pages a day. All right? Now watch this. You wake up, let's say 10 a.m. Okay? You got some sleep. You're feeling good. All right? You are in your bed. You set a 68-second mark. You're like, look, today's going to be an awesome day. Okay? Number 1. Now you've already achieved something before you even got out of bed. How does that feel? Okay? Next thing. Now you wake up. All right. What do we got to do next? We got to go on a 15-minute walk. That's super easy. Okay, cool. 15-minute walk. Put your audios in and we take a walk. We're walking now. We're feeling good. We're loving nature. We're feeling good. We're losing weight. We're achieving things. There is audios in my head. I'm knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. Walks actually have been proven to relieve depression. That's huge. That's a whole nother extra thing added onto it. And then you're done with your walk. You sit at the end of the 15-minute walk and you sit down and you pick up a book and you allow your imagination to run free. You sit down and say, hey, look, what about 5 more seconds of just looking at this tree or looking at the sun or looking at these birds and loving life for 5 more seconds while I'm sitting down here, okay? And you read the book and you let your imagination run and you get down 5 pages and you feel accomplished and you walk home, okay? Is this making sense right now? All right, so now that's all done. That's all done, all right? Let's put 1 more. This is getting easy now, okay? Gym, all right? Let's hit the gym. Let's hit the gym. Let's hit the gym 3 times a week, 2 times a week, 1 time a week. Start off slow. Don't kill yourself in the beginning. What I want you to do is I want you to build this 1 by 1. Add 1 program at a time. Add 1 module at a time. Is this making sense so far? You see, if you listen to 15 minutes of audios every day, see how I did that? Because it's a 15-minute walk and it's just listen to audios. 15-minute audios every day, and you read 5 pages every single day, and you tell yourself every single day how you want your day to go, right then and there, your life's going to get better, guaranteed. These are the things that need to be done, and I don't want to hear excuses. You can't say that you've read books before, you've listened to audios before. Have you done it consistently? Have you done the same things every single day, over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, to make them a habit? If you're looking at this and you're saying, Mike, that's too easy, add more. If you're saying, Mike, this is not going to work, I'm saying, give me 21 days. Give me 21 days of you doing it and feeling achievement before you even get out of bed, and I guarantee you, your life changes. Because that's just how your brain works. That's how it's programmed. This is it. End of story. Okay, so our day's looking good. We're done walking now. We're done with the gym. It's probably about 12. You work for 2 hours in your business. You work for 2 hours on homework. You work for 2 hours on whatever you're going to work on. And then you're done by 3. And now you just made yourself fit because you went to the gym and did your walk. You cleared your mind. You set an intention for the day. You've already gathered all the information you could possibly need. Here's the deal. It's the slight edge mentality where every single day you're getting those 5 pages done is going to be more than a person who reads 50 pages 1 day a week. You see what I'm saying? It just makes sense. It's better this way. You don't stress yourself out. You make it super easy and you feel good. Then once that's done, guess what? All the stress leaves because now you're done with your day. You've worked your business. You've built yourself and you've organized modules that make you better, guaranteed, no matter what. You gotta look at your modules and be like, if I just look at these and I just do these and I just do these, okay? If I just steel jaw do these, I'm guaranteed success. I am guaranteed better life if I just do my habits. So write them down, okay? Write down the 3 most important things to you, and then write down modules that make those things happen, and then don't worry about it anymore, because worry does nothing but cause negative stimuli. It causes nothing but laziness. Worry causes nothing but like lack of confidence and desperation, okay? You don't want worry. You never want to worry. So how do we not worry, okay? How do we not worry? Imagine if you did all of your homework 5 days before. Imagine that feeling. 5 days before it's due, all the homework's done, you're feeling awesome, right? Okay? You no worry. It's the same thing with this. I want you to wake up and I want you to do the same thing every single day. And know that whatever it is that you're doing, the plan that you created, needs to be modules, okay? Needs to be modules and needs to be derivatives. These derivatives are programs that go into these big nodal points here, okay? And they make each one better. So right now on your notes, you write down the nodal points, okay? I'm doing this again so you guys can get this. I don't like speaking in loops too many times, but I want to make sure I mildly this path. You pick down nodal points that are super important to you, okay? You write down derivatives that will make those nodal points better. If you want to lose weight, you got to do 15-minute walks a day. Once that starts getting easy after 21 days, you may get a 30-minute walk. Then you make it an hour walk. Then you start running a little bit. Does this make sense? You're moving a little bit at a time. You're breaking it away. The turtle always wins the race. It's slow and steady, okay? You're building a process. You're building a system, and the system is going to produce the same results over and over and over again. Let me tell you a quote that I heard actually this week that just popped into my head. They were talking about systems and what systems are and what systems do. And I was like, okay, I like systems. Let me listen to this, okay? They said systems are what make ordinary people achieve extraordinary things over and over and over again on a repetitious basis. Let me say that again. Systems make ordinary people achieve extraordinary things on a repetitious basis. Okay? That means that they keep on doing it. All right? And even extraordinary people can't achieve ordinary things without a system. Does that make sense? Why is our government running a system? Why is our world running a system? Why is the school system running a system? Okay? You need to be running in a system. You're using a phone right now to listen to me, and it's a system. It actually works a certain exact way. What the problem is that you do have a system. It's inside your brain, and you haven't brought it down to paper yet and write down exactly what's important to you and how to accomplish it. Okay? So if you need to lose weight, what do you got to do? You got to go to the gym every single day, 3 times a week, whatever. Easy. Make it easy. Make it easy. Don't make it hard, and make it easy, and do it for 21 days. You're in this for the long haul. This is not a quick little thing. This is not 1 week here, 1 week gone. This is now and forever. You make that decision now that you will change your life. Look, start with one thing at a time. What if you just want business? Okay, I just want my business to grow. What does that mean? I got to expose it to 5 people. All right, expose it to 5 people a day. If I just do that, my business will guarantee to grow. If you can say that and look in the mirror and say that, then you're good. Do just that. Just that. And then when it becomes a habit, create more, build on, because guess what? What's going to happen is you're going to get to this point where it's like, you're here right now, okay? And it's going to get up to here. And it's going to be a little bit more difficult right off the bat, okay? It's going to be a little bit more difficult to add these habits into your life, okay? And to make sure that you're staying consistent with them. What I'm saying is that every time we add a new habit, it'll stay at this point. What's been happening is that you get super fired up and motivated after a talk, and I know you do this. You get super fired up and motivated after a talk, and you put yourself right here, and it goes right back down the next day, or 2 days later, or 1 week later, because you're trying to iron jaw it instead of working your mind, instead of using programs and systems to program your brain, okay? You have a biocomputer. All right, so why I said it's going to be even each time is because every time you develop a habit, this is habit 1, habit 2, habit 3, habit 4, okay? And every time it becomes a habit, you add this other thing to it, you add this extra thing to it, and it's going to stay right at that difficulty level right there. It's not going to change. It's going to keep staying pretty easy, because guess what? When you walk 15 minutes a day for 21 days, it's going to get pretty easy the 22nd day. Am I right? How about exposing the business to 5 people 21 days? It's going to get pretty easy the next day. Am I right? So write down things that are really easy for you to do right now and build on them, okay? Every 21 days. You're almost doing this twice. You're doing it 3 times in 2 months. 3 times you're adding new habits in 2 months. Imagine the person that you're going to be in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years. This is what I did. When I started working out, I couldn't even run. I couldn't run at all. I started walking for 10 minutes a day. I listened to my audios during that walk. That's it. That was 20 minutes of audios, 10-minute walk out. That's done. okay? And I kept doing it. Now I can run 4 miles a day with audios in. I can see and feel and love nature. I'm learning more because I'm spending more time out there, okay? And I'm reading 100 pages a day. I started reading 5. Does this make sense? But I still feel like I'm reading 5 because it hasn't gotten any harder because my brain has been adapting to what it was I put it through. Does that make sense? The reason why your life is the way it is because you've been adapting to however it was that whatever you accepted in your life. Let me say that one more time. The reason why your life is the way it is because you've been accepting what it is that's been put into your life over and over and over again. And you thought that you had no control. And what I'm telling you is that a few simple actions repeated on a daily basis make you have unlimited control. You have control of your life, dude. Do not let anybody else tell you that you don't. I want you to understand that you have control of your life. That if you pick out things that you want and you just write down what it is you got to do to achieve them and you do them every single day and you swing that axe and you feel good about it, then it's game over. All right? So grab that concept. Let's wrap this thing up, okay? This right here, all right? We want to automate success. We want clear mind and clear actions, okay? You want this. What this is the heart and the brain operating together. Why I'm saying this, you can test the brain and see brain waves, and they go up and down like this. And we can see in people who are stressed out, their heart and, oh, that's crazy. All right, their heart and their brain are going like this. And they're not vibing together. They're not. They're all scraggly and crazy, okay? So like the brain might be going like this, literally like this, okay? Right through the drawing that was really good, okay? All right, the brain might be doing that. What this means, okay, is that our brain and our heart need to be working in sync. And it happens when we are absolutely clear. It happens when we have a serene mind. It happens when we alleviate the worry that we just did. I want you done with your day at 2 to 3 p.m. and say that I've accomplished more than I've ever accomplished in weeks before today, just today, by doing those habits. I want you to feel good about it, and then I want you to get some good R&R, some rest and relaxation, and get ready for the next day. Get ready to kill it the next day, because we want our hearts and our brains in sync. Okay, this is how you automate success. So let's cover this one more time, okay? You know what you have. You have a biocomputer in your brain, okay? And it can be programmed. Number 2, program your mind and make a decision. These are easy decisions. You made a decision already. Don't let a public speaker or a motivational speaker come in and be like, I need you to make a decision, and act like it's this big thing where like God's gonna come down and like grab you and like ride you on a chariot, where you like see all the crazy mysteries you've never seen before and you're like, oh my God, I made a decision. It's literally that easy. You already made a decision. Look at your paper. Look at your paper. Look at the paper. Look what you wrote down, what you want. You already know what you want. You already wrote something down. You already asked for something. You already made a decision. Don't make it more difficult than it is. Make a decision, program your mind. Next, clear the desk, okay? Now, the only thing that's gonna happen is now that you've automated success is gonna keep happening. You put a habit of exposing your business to 5 people a day. You are walking 15 minutes a day. You're listening to audios during those walks. You are doing 68 seconds of attention in the morning. You move into meditation. You are now living life on your own terms, in order. You are living life in an order, and it's systematic, and there's no way that you can fail. So you feel good about it in the end of the day. And then some days you're going to get impatient because you're human. And what's going to happen is it's going to be 7 p.m. and you finish your day and you're like, I could read some more. And what I want you to do is I want you to have a positive mental attitude right here. And I want you to feel good about what you know is to be true. And what that is that this program works, that this mind is powerful, and that you could be whatever it is you want to be if you apply the right amount of order in your life. And I'm telling you that you've already made the decision to do so. So write down exactly what it is you want, write down how it is you'll get it, and do it every single day relentlessly. Make it easy, build on it, and build an empire in your mind, because this is the future. See you, Captain.